This is Ben, and Ben is a normal guy who last month made 14K with his online business. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you how people like Ben, like yourself, are turning skills and knowledge that they have into wildly profitable online businesses. And all you need to do is follow the framework that we worked with Ben to do the exact same thing. But not only did he build a wildly profitable online business, but he also got to move out to Bali and work with me there, come to masterminds and have one-on-one chats as well. And I want to go through the whole framework that he used so that you can use literally any skill or knowledge you have to build a similar business to Ben, make loads of money, have a fulfilling life, travel, live where you want as well. But before we do that, let's hear from the man himself.
Things are going well. 10.3k USD in 30 days, like straight from when we started. And again, last month was 10k pounds, which is the biggest month. Yeah, like more leads coming in now than ever.
More leads coming in now than ever. And let me tell you exactly how we built that system for him. The first thing you need to understand is you just need any skill or knowledge, and it needs to be a skill that solves people's problems, but also it does it in one of three ways. It either improves their health, it improves their wealth, or it improves their relationships. And think, do you have a skill or knowledge that you can use that will help you do that? And you might think, oh, you know, Ben's in the sales niche because that's what Ben was helping teach. He was helping people get into remote closing roles. But you might think, okay, that's just one niche, right? Well, let me show you 4 other people that I've done it for as well. Mox helps people with content and made 19.7k last month. Josh is an ads expert who's regularly making 9.2k a month. Josh is a property coach who is now making 17.2k in a month, having literally started his offer 3 months ago. And Harry is doing 15k months regularly as a COVID recovery coach. And here are all the screenshots from them to prove it exists. And step number 2 is exactly what we did with Ben. Is once we worked out what his skill or knowledge is, and all you need to do is work out how you can then package it into a no-brainer offer. And there's three very clear steps that you need to do this. The first is to pick the person who actually needs your help, who has the budget, and who can you target. Because at the end of the day, you need to find people that have the problem that you can solve with your skill, who has the budget, so who's able to afford it, and who can you target, who can you actually reach. If you want to go to some African tribe and give them some coaching, it's going to be a little bit harder than maybe someone who scrolls social media all day. And one thing we did with Ben is we worked out who his ideal ICP was, because a lot of people, they want to go for the old version of themselves. You might be sitting there thinking, well, maybe if I helped myself, 2 or 3 years ago, that definitely works. But sometimes that's not the ideal ICP, because Ben started with 18 to 21 year olds looking to get into sales. And, there's a lot less pain with them because they don't really know what they're doing in their lives. And obviously they've got less finance because they're not a corporate worker. So we said to Ben, at the end of the day, you could help your old you, but you also want to pick people who you want on your sales calls. So think right now, who do you want to jump on to a sales call with you? Do you want a corporate worker? Do you want someone who's in their 60s, who's maybe retired? Do you want someone from a certain country? Because that will then define the next steps of building this business. After picking that person, we then had to structure his offer. What was the price? What's the format? And what's the support? What price are you going to go for? How are you going to service your clients? And what support are you going to do? Are you going to do one-on-one? Are you going to do done for you? Are you going to make a massive course? Are you going to do literally one-on-one coaching, weekly coaching? That is an important thing to work out. And with Ben, we made sure that we picked a system that allowed his clients to get results. And that is the last thing that you need to know about the proof of concept about building an offer, which is we need to show that we can do the thing we say we can. We need testimonials, either from our own experience or from people we've worked with, a story that people can relate to, either you doing the transformation yourself or just personal characteristics that people like, and then a mechanism. How can you actually take someone from the painful state they're in to the dream state that you want them to be in? And that is how you construct that no-brainer offer. That is the 3 things you can do. And we did with Ben to make sure that people literally just couldn't say no on the sales call to him. And then what we wanted to do is step 3 is activate the network, because even before we start bringing in completely random leads off the internet with an incredible content system, we want to understand this one concept. And you need to get your head around this, because it's the quickest way to make money from an online business like this. I wish more people spoke about this, which is the idea that there's high trust on this end of the graph, and let's just call this low amounts of trust. So the high trust part is this part where your network exists, because they already trust you. They already know you're a human being who have shared relations and values with them. And why would we go to the low trust part, random people on the internet, when we could just go to the network to start with? And that's what we did with Ben. We used the course module that is called Network Expansion in the course that we have, where we basically said to him, this is exactly how you're going to activate your network. And you can can see here, he talks about guy in his network, came in, he's good, he's got the money, 2.5K close, and then more closes as well, two people coming in straight from the network. And then you're probably thinking, well, that's not scalable. And that's exactly what we do in step 4. We build a predictable acquisition system. And this was the trust ecosystem that we built for Ben. This is the unique mechanism that I've used to build over 55 online businesses using skills and knowledge for people like yourself. And this is the ecosystem that we build you. The first is gaining eyeballs on a platform using Instagram for Ben. We construct his bio like this so people know what he does. We put his YouTube in, we collect this and wins and Q&As. I'll go into this in 1 second. And then what we do is we boost it with ads to make sure that people see this at speed. So we helped Ben with his ads, and then we started building his personality in. As I said, this is the part here where he talks about running, the things that he likes, so that people feel that personal connection with him. But the most important part of this whole system is YouTube. As you are watching this video right now, you are building trust with me that I know what I'm doing when I build these offers. And that's exactly what Ben does as well. He doesn't get loads of views, but he brings in people who then start to trust him more and more. And they go round and round this ecosystem, getting touch point after touch point, his short form, his ads, his personality, his YouTube, until the point where they're ready to buy. And this ecosystem had a few key features that I think are really important for when you're building and scaling your offer, which is it's very ICP focused. We talked about lifestyle and relatability because we worked out they're the reasons that people buy from Ben. We then talked about volume first, which is the fact that you need to just pump content out there before you can do anything else. You need to make sure you're consistent, pumping content out there, you get great data points. Then long form, as I said, long form is the key to this ecosystem, and no cold DMs because they make me feel ill. I'm never pitching to someone who doesn't want to work with me, and that is exactly why I'm making these videos, because what I'm trying to do is show you that I'm an expert in building these. I've worked with 55 people already, taken multiple people to 10 and 20K months from completely brand new coaching offers like Ben himself. And if you are interested in being my next incredible case study on a video like this, then you can go into the description and find my link and just book in a call, and we'll see if you're a good fit to work with us. There's no pressure. You can leave your credit card in the other room. We just want to understand what your goals are and if you'd be a good fit for us to build this ecosystem to scale your skills and knowledge. But the great thing about that ecosystem is we've got more and more people coming through the DMs. As he says, more and more people coming through the DMs. This person saying, how can I get into it? Or a completely random person on the internet, and another random person here, both today because of this content ecosystem. The playbook that I used basically with Ben, and that you can use yourself, free value here, is firstly just do. And this is literally, you can do this from 0 followers. So like a muscle, we need to practice, make content part of your routine, and do not overthink about it. Do not take time making and ideating your content, just get things out there. The second is to learn what did well and what did you enjoy. The best way to work out what did well is what we give to our clients, which is this tracking sheet. And we basically track all the engagement, and also we basically say, okay, this is the reel it came from. So this is exactly how you can basically get, this is how you can improve the content you're making, because you just double down on the stuff that works. It's so simple, organic content. You just double down, and that is step 3. You can use the volume you've done before to do more of the things that work. That includes ads. And by the way, if you comment on this YouTube video and just say content and also message me on Instagram, you have to make sure you do both. I'm very happy to send you this full tracking sheet for free, which we normally do for our paid clients. And then on that ads point, we scale Ben's ads to get a really good cost per click as well, making sure that he was focusing on the right person, say the right things in his script. And as you can see here, this whole ecosystem culminated in just closed a lead from South Africa, saw my first YouTube video yesterday and came on, trusted me so much, objectiveness closed, too easy. Oh, what a beautiful system this is. I wouldn't change it for the world. I get to make great content. You get to make great content. Ben gets to make great content, and it brings in incredible people. And then step 5 is scale. Bring in more and more cash. 14K revenue, 10K revenue, 2.5K. The money kept coming in, and we scaled Ben to that 14K a month. But the most important thing for me is Ben and I built an incredible friendship. He's a great person. We ran together in Bali. We're probably going to see each other in a week's time in Portugal. And that is what is important about this online business space, is working with people and helping people that you genuinely enjoy. And this is what Ben actually had to say about working with me.
Guys sign up with me who had no idea who I was before. Yeah. It just shows that the system works. It's so nice having someone like Sol in your corner that you can message when you're stuck on things, when you're unsure about something, when you need help with content, when you need a community, when you want to share your
Anyway, very nice from Ben, and it was an absolute pleasure to help him grow his online business. So if you want to be my next case study, if you want to be the next person that I break down, that we took from 0 to 15, 20, 30K a month, then book a call in the description. And thank you very much for your time watching.